Hello all and welcome to another pickups video, and what have I got for you today? Well, of course there's going to be some 360. I do have a couple of PlayStation 2 games to show you. I've also got a stack of 4 PlayStation 1 games which I bought from a charity shop for 50p each, and I've also got a deal I had with an antiques and collectibles centre which includes 2 Funko Pops, a NES Cart and a Game Boy game. So let's start with what's been staring at you on screen this whole time from the start, and indeed Spider-Man Web of Shadows for the Xbox 360. Now, I was very kindly and fortunately gifted this to me by a good friend of mine. Basically, a guy I used to work with, but we still work at the same location, but for different companies, so I still see him about, contacted me one day and said, I've got these 3 Xbox 360 games. Do you need any of them? And I spied this in the picture, and straight away I said, yeah, I need that Spider-Man game, Web of Shadows. So he said, all right, no worries. We'll sort a date and time when we're both at where we work together, and I'll drop it off to you. And I was honestly so grateful, because when I did say to him, I didn't just take it and say thank you very much. I did say to him, you do realise this game has a value of 30 quid, mate. And he said, yeah, no worries. He said, you can have it because it's going in my collection. It's never going anywhere else. It's going to be appreciated. However, he did say to me, I know you like your manuals and this one hasn't got one. Do you know what? If you're offering me as a gift a £30 game and I turn it down because it ain't got a manual, I need my head looking at. So honestly, I'll try and source a manual at a later date, perhaps. But to be honest with you, if someone gifts me something, I always think it's got that little bit of extra personal touch, and the fact it hasn't got a manual doesn't matter to me. Very much looking forward to playing this as well. So thank you very much, Dan. This will go into the collection and be treasured. So yes, again, thank you, Dan, very, very much. Right, next game up is another 360 title, and it's Diablo 3. This came about because I was on the Retro Chef's Swap Shop one Sunday at the same time as the YouTube legend that is Tutti UK. Now, he only had a few Xbox 360 games. I think he had 3 in total, and I actually needed one of them, which was quite a surprise. So he done a great little deal on this, sent it out to us super fast, complete with manual. Did notice that it's got some inside cover art. It's not reversible cover, but inside cover art, which is always nice. I always drawn inside cover art and reversible covers. I do like that. So yeah, it was very good to have this, and a great price off of 2 UK for this one, and another one off that extensive list. Okay, next up, Payday 2 has a little bit of a story behind this one. As you'll see, £2.50 from CEX. Right, so my last pickups video, in which I showed you some pickups that I got to trade in, then traded them all in, and then got some pickups with what I traded in, all that value that I got from those trade-ins, started with a game that was Borderlands Game of the Year edition, obviously for the Xbox 360, and it was priced up at £2. Now, I didn't actually notice until after I'd recorded that video and watched it back that one of the discs was missing, so I quickly made a pinned comment and said, yeah, I'm aware one of the discs is missing, that game will be going back. So yeah, I took that game back. They said, yeah, no worries, we'll refund you the trade credit and you can have that for another game. So that other game, I did say, don't worry, I will try and find one now. I looked through all of the £2 games they had, and I had them all. So I thought, well, we'll go up a little bit. We'll see what we got, sort of £2.50 and £3. And yep, £2.50, Payday 2 is the one that I found. And of course, it's that CX where they've got to be in the case, otherwise it don't come with a manual. So spy that in there, had a little look for that. It was there. So yep, the exchange was giving them another 50p and getting Payday 2. Anyway, another day, another time, another CEX, and I picked up a couple of more games. One is for the 360, but my first PlayStation 2 game is incoming. Basically, every time I go in a CEX, if it's around about the £2 mark, certainly less, and I haven't got it, I will always pick it up, especially if some of the sports titles are a little bit later. In fact, some of the very early sports titles as well are now getting a little bit trickier to find. But anyway, yeah, Madden 15 was there for only £2. It had the holographic sticker on the front. Opened it up, it had what is a very small manual, but in there, and a flyer, so I thought that's nice and complete as well. So for £2, I thought, you know what, seeing as because of the condition, basically, I will nab it there and then. And the other game that I treated myself to is the PlayStation 2 game, Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Now, with the PlayStation 2, I'm only really collecting compilations and fighting games, and obviously this falls under the compilations category. I have Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2. I was missing 3, and I saw that there for £5. The manual was in the case. The manual is like fresh off the print quality. Honestly, that is me. The condition of it just blew me away, and I was like, do you know what? I have to have that. £5, not a lot. I have to have that. So we've added that to the collection, and we've completed that little mini subset of Midway Arcade Treasures games on the PlayStation 2. Welcome to the subset zone. Right, so next up, I'm going to show you the 4 PlayStation 1 games that I got from a charity shop at the same time. Like I said, 50p. That's not a lot. Place for a PlayStation 1 game, never going to turn that down. Even for a generic sports title, even if it's in a nice case, I wouldn't turn that down for 50p. But anyway, the 4 PlayStation 1 games, we'll start off with a common title, which is everywhere, but I just don't own it, and I've never played it, and that is Shrek's Treasure Hunt for 50p. And the good thing about these, I do believe, I checked at the time, they do all come with manuals. This one does. The last one actually has a little bonus inside it. We'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, even I was going to say, even if this, I don't want to keep this game, it will serve as a case replacement for a game that I do want to keep in the collection that has a battered up case. But yeah, Shrek's Treasure Hunt for 50p. You know what? I'll give it a little bash, even if it's awful. I don't mind giving any game a try, certainly if it's only 50p. Okay, the second game was a Formula 1 title, I suppose. It is Racing Simulation Monaco Grand Prix. So yeah, again, 50p, nice weight behind this. So it's got a nice thick chunky manual. Not that that matters, but Jesus Christ, that could be used as an offensive weapon. So yeah, nice. Again, I've had all the discs out as well. I always have discs out in charity shops just to check them, and disc in this is in fantastic condition. Just needs a little, oh, that's actually on the game, on the inlay. It's a shame, but we can sort that out. But a Formula 1 game, which isn't one of the Formula 1 games, looking forward to giving that a little try. Certainly will be giving that a little bash before I perhaps keep it or pass it on. I don't know what I'm going to do with that in the long run. Next up, I had to have this because obviously it's not in a proper PlayStation 1 case. It's an X rental. I don't think it's one of those ones that says X rental on the disc. I can't remember if I can actually get the case open. No, it's not. And this was even made it into game at one point, but I remember a local video shop which was long closed had PlayStation 1 games to rent, and they come in these little cases, and I saw this case and it just all come flooding back to me. And to be honest with you, I have never heard of Lego Island 2 The Brickster's Revenge. I didn't realise that this game existed, let alone on the PlayStation 1. I don't know if it was on anything else. If you know, you feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, I saw this case and I was just full of nostalgia for this local video shop in my town. It might have even been one of theirs from back in the day. Honestly, it was quite famous in this town, and obviously it just lost out to the digital era in the end, so which was a real shame. But I had to have that, and again, I don't know the game, so yeah, I'll be giving this one a little try as well. Be certainly interesting to see what this is like. Maybe it's not like the traditional Lego games we get now. I honestly don't know. I'm just fishing here. But the last game totally caught my intrigue. I was like, I have never heard or seen of this before. Martian Gothic Unification. And this was nice and complete as well. And this is the one that came with a little bonus. It didn't just have its manual, and it had a manual for Stuart Little 2 on the platinum label. The disc is sliding out. The disc is in fantastic condition as well. I didn't know a lot about this. I was chatting to Ross on WhatsApp and saying, look what I picked up. And he says, oh, this is a survival horror game. And I was like, yeah, I'm totally all over that. I do like horror. I do like survival horror. But reading the back, it does seem like a very interesting game. You control 3 main characters, which all have unique abilities. So obviously you use their different abilities to do certain things and avoid different obstacles. But yeah, you're investigating a Martian Gothic mysterious events of a Martian research station. That's words. And yeah, it just, again, survival horror, fantastic condition as well. So I will definitely be giving this one a good thorough play, because that just sounds totally like my bag. And I was going to say, just not one I'd heard of, and certainly one I've not seen around a lot, and got 50p. Surely it has got to be a bargain. Let's do one more charity shop before I delve into the Antique and Collectible Centre, because there was a bargain from this charity shop as well. But I'm just going to slip one quick DVD in there, because just in case you didn't know, a few of you do know, I'm a massive fan of the Saw franchise, a little bit of a fanboy of the franchise, and I do collect all DVD, Blu-ray box set variants. And I saw this variant of Saw 2 on DVD. And I know my variants are all on black cases, so I knew straight away I didn't have this director's cut on this white case as well. Both discs in there, a little bit of slip of paper in there as well. I was like, yeah, that's going in the collection. And as you'll see, it was a quid. Bit much for a DVD now, I suppose, in charity shops. Normally, they shift them out for 10p each, like 10 for a pound. Honestly, one of my charity shops does that. But do you know what? I can't ever remember seeing this about, so happy just to nab that. But the bargain from that charity shop is, and he's been turning up everywhere lately, So I might trade this one in sooner rather than later. But yeah, quid for Brats Diamonds. Or is it Brats Forever Diamonds? Let's check the spine. There we go, Brats Forever Diamonds. Yep, saw that and I was just like, yeah, I know they've got some value to it. So this one, obviously I only paid £1 for it. This one at CX trades in for £6. They'll give you cash for £3 and they sell it for 15, and it's all in there as well. It's all in there as well. So I will probably trade that in, as I say, sooner rather than later, because they're starting to crop up. People know about them, and I've seen the pop up everywhere, and I'm worried that this one may drop a little bit. So obviously I want to maximise the trade credit that I can get out of this. But yeah, for a quid, that's a no-brainer to trade in. So right, let's do the deal at the charity shop at the antique centre now. And it started off by me seeing that they had a NES games and Game Boy games, and obviously I picked up one of each. But there were some Funko Pops as well, and the first Funko Pop which caught my eye, which I thought, you know what, I've got to have, because I did say to myself I'd like to collect the horror Funko Pops, and at the moment I still only have the one, which is Tiffany from Bride of Chucky, which was kindly gifted to me, or part of Random Odd Box that Chrissy Zelda Pop gave to me. So I thought it's about time to add one, and the only horror one that they had there that I really wanted was It. Now, I like the It films, they're all right. Not the sort of biggest franchise for me, but again, Pennywise is a horror icon, so in my eyes, gotta have one. Now, when I collect Funko Pops, I'm not like this one is with Boat. For me, I just want one of each character. I don't need them all their variants. Unless they turn up for silly money, then I might get a variant like a quid or something stupid like that. But I only want one of each. So I've got Pennywise with Boat. I'm guessing they'd probably do one with Red Balloon as well. But that one was marked up at £8. Now, I'd already picked up the NES Cart and I'd already picked up the Game Boy game. And I was still looking around. I thought, you know what? Let's get one more thing to bring it up to 30-something. And then we'll have a bit of a deal with them. And I went back through the Funko Pops, and there was this Funko Pop of CJ Parker from Baywatch, played by the lovely Pamela Anderson, obviously. And it was in a damaged box, and there was no price on it. So I got them to contact the seller, and the seller said, "Oh, damaged box. Okay, that one is going to be a £5." So my main objective with this one is actually to sell it, because I can probably get anywhere between £10 to £15 on eBay for that, even in its current condition. So that's probably what's going to happen with that one, and my thinking behind buying that one. So that's the two Funko Pops. So let's just pop those out the way, and we will get the NES Cart next. NES Cart caught my eye straight away because I've never seen this around before. It's a 3-in-1 cart of Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, and Nintendo World Cup. And as you'll see, there's the price on it for £8. Of all the NES carts, all the other ones were pretty much priced up at what they should be priced up at. And I did a quick eBay search while I was in there, and this has been sold on eBay for around about the £15 mark. So I thought, you know what, I'll grab that, and that'll be a quick flip to help me fund my collection. However, I spoke to a good friend of mine, and he said, "Oh, I've never seen that around before," and I got the feeling that he wanted it. So I said, "Look, mate, do you know what? If you give me my £8 back, and you can have it," and he was more than happy with that. So this perhaps will be appearing on another YouTube channel in the near future as one of their pickups. So that's where that will be going. But the last one, the Game Boy game, as soon as I saw it was in a little baggie with other bits, I had to have it, especially with the game that it was as well. And that is R-Type for the Game Boy. And as I say, there you go, £12. As I saw the little manual in there, and I saw this in there, there's a little poster. Do you know what? Can we get that poster out quick enough? We're going to get that poster out, and I love this. I absolutely love this as well. I wish these things were still a thing, if anything. There you go. Absolutely love that. So, yeah, obviously there's no box, no Nintendo cardboard there, but to have a little manual in there as well. Just don't see Game Boy manuals anymore, because obviously every time I go to buy them, it's pretty much just cart only. And yeah, saw that manual in there, £12. I've had a little go of this as well on my Game Boy Color, and yeah, it's a very good little port of R-Type. And obviously, I do love a shmup, side-scrolling shmup, and yeah, who doesn't love a bit of R-Type if that is your genre? So yeah, very pleased to have picked that up. So if you've been doing your maths, that came to £33 for all 4 items. And I said to them, well, can you make it a nice round 30? They said yes. £30 for the lot. Happy for that. Happy to pay that. So very pleased with that. And then finally, last pickup to show you. And it literally has turned up this morning before I was prepared and ready to make this video through the post off of eBay. We'll finish on a 360 game. And that is Disney Pixar's Up. So I have a list of games which are not too difficult completions that don't take too long, and every time I see one I buy it now on eBay, I will follow it and I will watch it. Because the little trick that I do on eBay, which I advise many people to do if you buy off eBay with the buy it now stuff, is just to watch it, because more often than not you'll get a little offer. However, $7.95, including postage, was a good price for this anyway, and I was tempted. And a lot of time when they're around about right money, you don't get an offer. However, boom, up comes an offer, £7. All right, it's only 95p off, but it's another 95p off, and I was happy with the price anyway. So I thought, do you know what? Sod it. I will take them up on their offer. They didn't have the option to counter offer. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. If they did have an option to counter offer, I might throw in £6. But I thought, do you know what? Sod it. Let's not argue about a quid anyway. It is nice and complete. You could see, again, manual, not been attacked by Gameboy. I could see the manual's nice and crisp as well. They had everything in the picture, including the disc upside down, so I could see that was nice and mint as well. So yeah, I just basically pulled the trigger on it. And it arrived this morning for £7 all in. So we'll get this one done probably sooner rather than later, as it is not too difficult to do, to be honest with you. It just might take a bit of time, but I don't mind them taking a bit of time. Feels a little bit more honest, doesn't it? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all my pickups for this video, and a nice little varied bunch there, and a few deals, and a lot of stuff that I'm obviously very happy with. If you have enjoyed this video, thumbs up would be awesome. Please do subscribe if you're new and all that jazz. Just thank you very much for watching is all I really, really want to say. And as always, please do take care.